There is potentially good news for families of children with epilepsy. A British pharmaceutical company says a study shows a cannabis-based drug may dramatically reduce seizures in patients with a specific type of epilepsy. For several years now, cannabis oil has been used to treat children with epilepsy in the United States state of Colorado, where marijuana is legal. CCTV's Hendrik Sabrandi reports.
We're glad to be there.
It's been a rough last few months for Ernie and Nicole Senna and their daughter Amelia. She began suffering seizures right after she was born last December.
She was unresponsive. She was limp. Her eyes were rolling back into her head.
It was really intense. It was scary.
Doctors told them Amelia had epilepsy. The seizures continued. Then one day her heart stopped beating.
They had to resuscitate her. That was probably the hardest thing I've ever seen. And then about an hour later, they did it again, the second time.
Amelia was flown from New Mexico, where the family lives, to Children's Hospital in Colorado. But seizure medications didn't work there either. Desperate for a solution, the family turned to a product called cannabis oil.
It was a family member that made a comment saying, "You should look into this. It's helped a friend of mine."
2 months after birth, Amelia received her first dose.
It was a shock. It was like night and day.
We were getting to have a baby again.
The hemp oil the Sennas now rely on is non-psychoactive, but has high levels of a cannabis compound that's found in the marijuana plant. The oil appears to have helped some of the 30% of epileptic children who don't respond to traditional drugs. Amelia is part of a Children's Hospital study of a product that's not approved under federal law.
So we are not allowed to prescribe or recommend dosing. In fact, we don't have any data to tell us what dosing to use. So we are simply observing families who are providing this product to their children.
Pediatric neurologist Dr. Kelly Knupp says initial results have been very mixed, but the Sennas say tiny drops administered 3 times a day have definitely helped their daughter.
If it's going to save a child's life or anybody's life, why not give it a try? God put a plant on this earth for a reason.
Cannabis oil has already brought countless families to Colorado, where marijuana is legal. They're called cannabis refugees, people who've uprooted their lives hoping to find an unorthodox cure.
It's really hard not to be around the rest of your family or have the support.
But she says the separation and this non-traditional medical roll of the dice has been worth it so far.
She's developing as a normal baby. What's the downfall from that?
None that they can see. Hendrik Sabrandi, CCTV, Denver.